The federal government is reviewing previous stance on the Osun local government face-off. Chairman of the Osun State People's Democratic Party, PDP, Honorable Sunday Bisi, declared on Wednesday. Bisi said, Bisi, who made the disclosure in Osogbo, the state capital, insisted that the judgment that sacked local government political functionaries elected in 2022 remained valid. According to him, the weight of facts and evidence confirming the alleged illegality being perpetrated by the functionaries are widely before top officials of the federal government, telling the state chapter of All Progressives Congress, APC, to stop disinformation, misinformation and fake news. He gave assurance that the federal officials are in possession of all the facts for legal and due process compliance on the Osun local government controversies. His words: Osun state government adopted a responsible, rule-based and due process approach to the illegal invasion and attempted hijacking of the local government secretariats in Osun state. Rather than allow bloodshed, which was the agenda of the APC, and despite losing 6 of our party members, we have opted to reach out to the Attorney General of the Federation and other relevant officials of the federal government. The federal government is now in possession of all the court judgments, including the APP judgment, which sacked the yes and no chairman, and the Court of Appeal ruling, which struck out the APC appeal against the Federal High Court ruling. It also went to say, we have also forwarded the certified true copy of the accurate Court of Appeal judgment. The AGF and other federal officials are now in possession of the undoctored judgment of the Court of Appeal, which contain no consequential orders and which is no directive reinstating the sacked council chairman. Osun APC is in severe pain because the certified true copies of judgments are now in the Federal Ministry of Justice, which is currently reviewing the submissions in comparison to earlier stance. We have escalated the basic facts to key offices in Abuja. The lies of the Osun APC are busted, the state PDP posited. Bisi noted that Osun APC had clouded Abuja power centers with lies for long over the Osun issue, adding that no judgments reinstated the year 2022 political functionaries. Well, quite interested. This is coming as Bisi is saying that the federal government are reviewing the PDP issues in Osun State. The face-off they had actually, before the election, the local government election, we've seen emergence of crisis before the local government election. But then the election was actually peaceful. But at the aftermath of the election, we kept hearing issues from one issue to another. I'd like to get your take on this.
Well, thank you, Victor. When this matter began some time ago, before even that election, that the Court of Appeal sitting in Akure, the Ondo State capital, had restored back the chairman that was sacked in 2022 of that state. And I said, and I want to repeat that if a court of competent jurisdiction, a court is an institution that saddled with the responsibility of settling disputes arising from any quarter in this country. And if such institution endowed or empowered with such constitutional powers to exercise, take a look at matter that was before them since 2022 till when it was finally decided, had stated that or has reinstated back the sacked local government chairman. I cannot sit here and begin to, because, politicians in Nigeria, they have a way of always, inciting the public, a way of bringing the public into their personal matters without considering the implications, what this would mean to that ordinary man or woman on the streets of Nigeria. Now, looking at what they have been dragging back and forth as it concerns the local government chairman, and the Osun State chapter of the PDP is categorically saying that as long as they are concerned that the appeal court judgment did not, for emphasis sake, did not reinstated those sacked APC local government chairmen, that the APC is trying to misinform the public,
Yeah.
or trying to give information that is not the true position of that judgment. Then, looking at this, who do we truly believe? Because I spent time going through this story, not just once, at least twice, as a public affairs analyst. I went through it. I tried to look at the nitty-gritty of this matter, looking at the circumstances surrounding it. The day politicians will respect the rule of law, the day politicians will respect the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria, the day politicians will not select judgment that suits them, then I think we will begin to see sanity in Nigerian brand of politics. But as long as you have them trying to, because they believe that they are the most learned and experienced people in Nigerian society, of which I don't want to believe that with them. I don't want to believe that. For me, they should know that Nigeria has men and women of integrity, honest men and women, people that knows what it takes to be anything. And so they shouldn't come with all of this trying to confuse the entire Nigerians, because what the PDP chairman in Osun State is trying to tell Nigerians is that, look, that's a appeal court judgment is invalid. That is my understanding.
All right. Well, so some people have called. Some people have called the governor, Osun State governor, into this matter. That he also, is endorsing this. I would like to get your take. Do you think the Osun State governor is, in one way or the other, or indirectly endorsing these issues?
In all communication, it is believed that silent means yes.
All right.
Indirectly, I am seeing him endorsing what is happening in that state. But how long are we going to do all of this? It's dragging Nigeria into mud. It's tarnishing the image of this country. And so for me, the Osun State government, I'm not talking about the governor here, because the institution is bigger than anybody, any individual. And so the Osun State government shouldn't drag themselves into this. If the appeal court, and I'm still saying I will not shift my ground, if the certified true copy of that judgment has gotten to all the partners concerned in that matter, for me, what they need to do is to allow the rule of law to prevail in this matter than what they are doing at the moment, because they are trying to kick against that judgment. And that was why before in fact, at the eve of that judgment, they said they cannot go back on the election they have proposed before that day. And they still go ahead to conduct that election, meaning that for them, that judgment means nothing to them. It's tried to tell us that the politicians, I keep hammering on it, the politicians don't respect the rule of law. The only time they will respect the rule of law, it is when those things on their favors.
All right. Well,
so what image are we trying to build?
All right.